fucking volume ain't working. Hold up. Or am I tripping? We got a fucking delay like a motherfucker. Let me turn it up. How's this? Dude, it's like a mean delay. That's not good though. What the fuck? Hold on, turn this down. What the fuck? Well, several things I gotta do. Well, today, I gotta go to settings. Okay. This is my first time doing this, so I'm about to fuck it up, but that's okay. We get better over time. I messed around and accidentally drank a 5-hour energy, not even thinking about it. Okay, so okay, good. Is that? You shouldn't be able to see that either. Let me go to my display. Okay. Nigga, this shit is lagging. Okay. Okay, now I got this down here. I'm doing some setting stuff real quick. Hold on. So you can't see this time. So I want this one down here. And I want this one in here. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. Cool. Okay, so this will go over here. And this bitch going slow. What do I got running in the background? Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted. And then, gosh. Oh my lord. Did it open up right? So, see, I like to look at the whole. I want to see the real Holyfield, the whole shebang bang. I want to know what really happened, right? So I always like to look at the actual documents itself, you know? So this was the verdict sheet. It got the date 5/29. Hopefully that's big enough. Let me see how it looks. You see it good enough. wanted to compare it to something that, so see now there's a, oh, it's the hush money. It wasn't for the 130 grand. It's for, he had 34 counts of falsifying business records, as you can see. So, and they got dates on everything from the invoices. So this is why at first we were like, the Stormy Daniels, it's more salacious to throw the Stormy Daniels thing in there and say it was hush money and all of that. Okay, so make sure the volume's good. Yeah, I'm using a new thing. I'm trying to get used to it. So this is what I like to look at. I don't want to. I don't want to hear shit Fox News, CNN guys say. I want to. Let me see the document. So this is the Supreme Court of the State of New York. The verdict sheet. The people of the State of New York against Donald J. Trump. Indictment number 71-5. See, I want to see. I think this was the one. Let me open this in a new tab. Let me drag it over to this other window to verify this is what I'm looking for. Because I wanted to compare this to this sheet. Feedback. I want to make sure I see what I'm doing. So I want to compare this sheet with the yeah, it's the same girl that uploaded to Stephanie. That's the U.S. against. I'm looking for the one with New York. Let me go to this bid page. She seemed like, you know, or this guy or whoever. Let me go to their page. Stefan. And see if they got I want to find the indictment for the actual New York case. And this nigga got every dog. He picked this shit up for, when did he upload this? I think yesterday. Sheesh, how do you even get a hold of this? They found Cud guilty on everything. Look at that guy. Every count. Check. First degree voucher number 174. It seemed like there's several of these. What I'm trying to understand, these are very specific amounts of money. It seems like there's a lot of $35,000. And so what I'm assuming, I'm gonna go. That's why I want to compare it to the actual indictment. I'm assuming this is like those lawyer fees, the 35 grand, 35 grand, 35 grand. And they're saying that each of these was somehow, because it's very. I've been following these because it is very interesting. I mean, it's the fucking president. Whether you hate him or love him, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm looking for the New York one. The New York. Let me just find Trump. Who's this at? Trump and the state of New York. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, because I want to have them both side by side and kind of. Okay, here it goes. The grand jury is indicted. Okay, the Supreme Court of the State of New York. So this was from. This is like a year ago. They only had 15 counts of first degree of falsifying business records in the first degree. The indictment alleges that between February 2000 Between February and June 2017, Trump caused false entries to be made in the business records of the Trump Organization related to payments made to Michael Cohen with the intent to defraud and commit crimes. Specifically, the indictment cites false entries made in invoices, general ledgers, checks, and check stubs. So let me put that up here, so you can kind of see it. And we're gonna show. I like to show the actual documents, not like some shit somebody said. So we can search this document. So hopefully, okay, what the fuck is this? Oh, this was the wrong one, and this is the right one. So I want to check for let's see if I can search just for 35. Let me just look for dollar sign. Okay, they're not gonna make it easy. I don't think this thing even works because it has to show me zero for. Okay, there we go. Okay, it does work. Well, what the fuck? So this was okay, here it goes right here. The grand jury, 15 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. It alleged that between February and June 17, Trump, he made false entries, blah, 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 to Michael Cohen, all this shit, right? But where does it say the dollar amount? So I want to compare it to these and see if I can find, if there's something that will put each count and what it was, you know what I mean? Voucher number. So the first count, let's start with number one. Falsifying business records in violation of this. The defendant in New York, elsewhere, February 14th, 2017. So we can look up this date on there. So we can look for the first one. February 14th, 2017, right? That's this first one. 70 grand. Okay. Wait, did I look at that right? Yeah, February 14th, 2017. Okay. So we can compare it with the verdict thing. Yeah, February 14th, 2017. So like that's the first count. Well, shit, nigga. Of course it's the first count. Nigga says count one. I'm stupid. Anyway, so he says, intended to defraud, intended to commit crime, aid and conceal the commission thereof, may cause false entries in the business record enterprise with invoice. Dated February 14th, marked as a record of Donald J. Trump, revocable trust, and kept and maintained by the Trump Organization. Is it just going to repeat itself? Yeah, it's just going to repeat itself. It's just repeating itself 34 fucking times. The defendant. Okay, that's another day. So, okay, so these are all the. Are these all one day? Is that what they? And then they. Okay, I think these are all one day. And I guess they're citing a check number. Okay, the first 7, and then this is one here, another one here. April 13th, 17, and then there's a few there. So, but they're not. I want to see the details of it. Like, what the fuck are you saying? See, this is the kind of stuff I like to do. I like to look at the real documents. So I hate all the hearsay. And see, look, it's just repeating itself. This is the laziest indictment I've ever seen in my life. Falsifying business record in the first degree in violation of penal code committed as follows. The defendant intent to defraud, to commit another crime, and aid and conceal commission thereof made the cause of false entry in their business record enterprise to wit an entry in a detailed ledger for dollar. Yes, they're just repeating themselves. So this is gonna be a fucking. So nigga, if you look at this indictment, nigga, they're repeating themselves. Detailed general ledger. They're just repeating themselves. 47.5. Look, they're citing the same penal code. 175. Well, of course they are, but like, there was probably no need. See, they just see sometimes. What I've learned with these legal documents is they do things like, remember when you're in school and they tell you to, like, you got to write a 12-page essay. So after, you only got like half a page worth of fucking content. So what do? The rest of it? You start bullshitting. So sometimes they make these long just to be like, it was a 100-page indictment. It's all for theater. Because if you read these, they're saying pretty much the same thing. I mean, they are. Cause false entries records to wit a Donald Trump check. Yep, they're saying. It's almost it's the same thing. It's the fucking same thing. There's very little. I've read so many of these I can read them real fast. I should have went to law school to be serious because I've gotten so good at this over the years. It all started from that Michael Brown case. I started reading that case, and I realized why that cop cut off. That was what got it for me. So I started, instead of just going off of what they were saying on TV, I went and actually read the case myself, and I was like, oh. Because they go off the evidence, they're basing it off the evidence that's presented, not what people are hearsaying. You know what I mean? They're trying to build a timeline and stuff like that. And once you start lying and stuff, they throw your testimony out. So you may have been telling the truth in one part, but you lied about the other part. They throw it out. They're like, oh yeah, you weren't. It's impossible that you could have been there at this time because you were at work, and they'll just throw your whole shit out. So look at this. It's just long for no reason. Cause falsified entries. Committed aid and commission thereof records enterprise. Nothing. I see. What I want to see is so this is just, like I said, it's just a 30 first count, falsifying business record, falsifying. It's the same thing over and over again, dude. 33rd count. This is some lazy first year fucking Alvin Bragg. Oh, Alvin Bragg. Why'd you sign your name on this? Ugh. This is one of the absolute laziest things I've ever seen. Your indictment against the president is you copying and pasting shit. This is the absolute laziest fucking. Oh. This is not that's Alvin Bragg right there, dude. This is not a good thing. I mean, hold on, am I way off camera? What happened? Oh no, dude, Alvin Bragg. This is not a good thing, bro. They're gonna go back and read this indictment in history, and they're gonna be like, this nigga control seed, control V'd. He wrote one paragraph, control seed and control V'd for 16 fucking pages. See, but I want to find. I did see. I skimmed across it because the nigga getting sued everywhere. It's kind of hard to keep up with all of it. But I'm telling you, these are very interesting. Okay, let me give it to Alvin Bragg. I'm like, God damn, dude, that was your indictment right there. Like he filed that shit. They use this as their pawns. Like sometimes these black people, like, they think that they're up there. They're using you as a pawn to do their dirty work, to do shit that they wouldn't do themselves. That's what they send this black woman, this black man, to kind of like pretty much like almost um I mean, you're ruining it. They're gonna ruin their entire careers. They're gonna be a laughing stock because they're like, why enough? They're gonna go back and see the first time it's gonna get thrown out. They're gonna see this indictment. They're gonna be like, that's what he wrote. That was the evidence he had. Um, Fannie Willis, um, Alvin Bragg, like, they're gonna get laughed out. They're gonna do the look at what they did to that black lady, the Chicago mayor, Lori Lightfoot. Remember, she was King Kong, and then as soon as they were done with her, they were like, "Oh, she's unfit," and they got her ass up out of there. Once they use you, if you can't get the job done, they throw you away. You never heard of Alvin Bragg or Fannie Willis really until shit a few years ago. Okay, I should have made this. Let me see if I could. See the vertical make it too hard, dude. I'm not doing that. So let me try and find the one. This is a Trump indictment. A grand jury has indicted Donald J. Trump on 15 counts of falsifying records. It says 15, but this is 34. This nigga copy and paste. This is embarrassing. That's why I be telling people, go read the files, and you'll see why motherfuckers be saying this is fucking crazy. He copy pasted 34 times like the same thing, and just changed the date here and there, like. But they know the average person is lazy, so I don't even try to talk to niggas no more about this kind of stuff because niggas are lazy. They don't care. They just like, well, I heard him. Well, why would they lie? He There ain't nothing about a porn star in there. It's just about him falsifying business records. There's nothing about hush money. They pretty much took like every payment he made to fucking Michael Cohen, it seemed like, and just called it like it was a okay, yeah, wait, an invoice from Michael Cohen. Okay, so everything he sent to Michael Cohen, they're calling that a I see what they're doing. So he paid Michael Cohen a lot of money. So everything he sent Michael Cohen, they're calling it fraud in some way. Okay. Ugh. Oh shit. So, but they're not explaining how it's fraud. Let me see. I wish I would have saved it. I did save it. I gotta find it though, cause I saved so many of these. Let me go find it. So I want to see his New York. There was a more recent one. That's the immunity. S'mores descent. I don't know what the fuck that is. So that's it. So they took this copy and paste shit. And I want y'all to go find this. You could look it up yourself. it's free somewhere, but I pay for this thing so I can like have access to. I got access to so many things. A lot of the court files, like the day of somebody posted or it gets posted. So because I just like to see it all, and I like to see the actual um, stuff without. I gotta turn the ice machine off. My yellow lenses. These are just easy on the eyes. Okay. So I see several. This is added by ABC News. The people in the state of. Let me see this. I'm gonna open all these and just see. One of these got to be it. And this is the United States against obstruction of an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding. Okay, they're gonna just try like they're just kind of putting stuff. I've seen this game before. Like I'm not like being a Trump's, you know, dick rider, but like I've been watching the game. It's a game. Better give me a cold pop. Okay, put the hoodie on. Study hoodie. Okay. Okay, so we got some shit that ain't loading. Okay. What the hell? The Trump indictment. Okay, come on. What else did I got open? What the fuck? I'm gonna refresh this. YouTube. Am I watching something? Nigga. Nigga. Okay, the people of the trial. People of the state of V people. Oh, this one with Letitia James. She just hates this nigga. Donald Trump's entities he controls own many valuable properties, including office buildings, hotel, golf courses, acquiring over a non-jury trial that began. She's just suing everybody. I did save that one already, so we'll look at that later. But I don't. Then I learned like what are the odds that the three biggest names going after Trump are some black people? It's the same thing. They're gonna bro. You don't even hear about Lori Lightfoot no more. She's gone. They use this as their little bludgeon weapon. Then once we don't work, moving on to somebody else. And niggas keep falling for it. It's fucking sad. Some of the best, brightest, and whitest of us. Highly educated, stupid as fuck. Don't see the don't even see the everybody think about it, bro. Ever since Trump was in office, like really, like I want people to go back and really do a timeline of all the black people that were using to just beat Trump down, who pretty much had like unlimited weapons, right? Bro, they got rid of Don Lemon, who was the biggest. One of the he would say who would say anything. It seemed like they would just give him a script and he would say, he was like, whatever you want me to say, I'll say it, and he'd just say it. It's like, thanks, Don Lemon, for discrediting yourself. You're fired. And then that fool gets a second chance with Elon Musk, and what does he do? He goes over there and goes over there and offends that man because he's so it ain't that he believes in what he's saying. He's hoping, praying that he could get a job back at CNN. He want or these other. He want, please guys, I want you guys to know that I'm still willing to do whatever you want me to do. Please. See, I said, okay, so now, okay, it's sad. No, they're done with you, Don Lemon. They're done with you. It's over. It's over. So it seemed like they just counted every dollar he gave to Michael Cohen as huh. Because if I'm reading, I'm just, like I said, I'm scamming through it. So we could go like this, right? This is how you could go like this. MICHAEL. Is that how you spell Michael? I don't know if he got some weird ass fucking way you spell his name. So Michael Cohen is mentioned, they said 11 times. One. So, will this go away? I'll make this go away. One. Detail, general ledger. assuming all of these, so I guess they mentioned them one per. So if I go back, I'm assuming I'm see 11 dates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's not the page. My bad. 8, 9, 10, 11. Would you look at that? Yep, there were 11 dates. And how many times Michael Cohen mentioned? 11. 11 for each charge. Well, they split the charges up. This year, how could you just go and just automatically just say everything he gave this nigga was fraud, falsifying business record? See, what is the? Let me go look. Okay, let's go. Let's start over. This is embarrassing. This is so like if you really read. This is it. This is a federal indictment. The grand jury of the county of New York, by this indictment, accused the defendant of the crime of falsifying business records in the first degree in violation of Penal 1710. Okay, let's go see what Penal 1710 is. Okay, so I'm gonna do a search Google for Penal 1710, and this is a federal statute, I believe, because he's trying to get this nigga fed time. It's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. See, I'm blacking up slow. I might have somebody explain this. Hitting buttons. Some kids do when they come in here. So I'll go penal code. I'm gonna go XPLAINED. Explained. You gotta plan it. You gotta plan it. I don't want the charges explained. I want that penal code. Let me. You know what? Let's ask our friend ChatGPT. I guess it's doing its work right now. I got this thing over here. I don't know if everybody got it. Simply, if you delete, alter, or make a false entry in the business records of an enterprise, and you do so with the intent to defraud, you have run afoul of the misdemeanor crime. If, when you do so, you also have the intent to further or conceal another criminal offense, then you have committed the felony crime. I'm assuming they're saying, that's why I want to see where this F is coming from. It's a Class E felony. I'd like to see something that didn't come out within the past few weeks. So let's go look at this right here, New York courts.gov. I like to go to these more govy sites. Of course, there's some. There's gonna be. Man, there's gonna be issues no matter what you look at, but like, I just trust these a little bit more. Oh, good. This is said. Hold on one second. fucking phones. Let me see. I got two phones. Two. It's like giving me a lag though. It's like bothering me. I kind of want to just read this. The specified count is falsifying business record in the first degree. Under our law, a person is guilty of falsifying business record in the first degree when, with intent to defraud that includes an intent to commit another crime or aid or conceal the commission thereof, that person. Select appropriate alternative. Makes or causes a false entry in business records of an enterprise, or alters, erases, obliterates, deletes, removes, or destroys a true entry in the business records of an enterprise, or omits to make a true entry in the business record of an enterprise in violation of a duty to do so which he or she knows to be imposed upon him or her by law or by the nature of his or her position. See, there's a lot of things in that you hear in the news that are not even in the fucking lawsuit and indictment. Enterprise means an entity of one or more persons, corporate or otherwise, public or private, engaged in business. Okay. So, business record means any writing or article, including computer data or a computer program, kept or maintained by an enterprise for the purpose of evidencing or reflecting its condition or activity. Intent means conscious, objective, or purpose. Thus, a person acts with intent to defraud when his or her conscious, objective, or intent or purpose is to do so. In order for you to find the defendant guilty of this crime, the people are required to prove from all of the evidence in the case, beyond a reasonable doubt, each of the following two elements. One, that on or about date in the country of the county of the I'm sorry, that on or shit. Okay. That on or about date in the county of I don't understand that. In the county of I'm sorry. On or about I get it. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. It is late. It's 2:54 in the morning. Okay. On or about date in the county of whatever county the defendant's name, select appropriate alternative, made or caused a false entry in the business records of an enterprise, or altered, erased, obliterated, deleted, removed, destroyed a true entry in the business records of an enterprise, or omitted to make a true entry in the business records of an enterprise in violation of a duty to do so which the defendant knew to be imposed upon. This is actually a really good explanation. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually really good. That's why I said I like to go to these .govy stuff, because it's a little bit it's less biased, and they're pretty straight most of the time. Of course, there's exceptions, but okay. Omitted to make a true entry in the business records. Okay, the defendant knew by him or her law by the nature of his/her position, or prevented the making of a true entry or caused the omission thereof of the business records of an enterprise. He says you need to prove both. So when I hit that or for number one, omitted to make a true entry in the business records of an enterprise in violation of duty to do so which the defendant knew to be imposed upon him, her by law or by the nature of his her position, or prevented the making of a true entry or caused the omission thereof in the business records of an enterprise. They can argue that one for sure. The other two were they can argue this one though. And then two, that the defendant did so with intent to defraud That included an intent to commit another crime or to aid or conceal the commission thereof. They can prove that. So if you look, it says right here, if the affirmative defense does not apply, conclude follows. If you find the people have proven beyond a reasonable doubt both of those elements, I believe so. They did. You must find the defendant guilty of this crime. Yeah, yeah. Based on okay, I'm not a. I'm just basing it off of what I'm reading. If you base it off of this, what we just read right here on, falsifying business record, what it means, um, he's guilty. Because they can argue it, they can prove, they could say. That's why they keep bringing up the hush money thing, because they're trying to, they have to see, so they can get one right. So they could get one, but the other thing was like that the defendant did so with the intent to defraud, that included intent to commit another crime or to aid or conceal the commission thereof. So they keep saying the hush money, like, because they're trying. I think they're trying to prove this one, because it needs. That's what I'm saying. It's two parts. If you kind of hear the news, if you kind of go back, they've been saying it's two parts. It's two parts. It was something they kept throwing around, right? Hold on one second. Let me check some things. We are. Yeah, so. Okay, I'm going to save this page. This is actually very good. I should actually download this. I'm going to download it, and I'm going to call it falsifying whatever the fuck. Right? Hold on, hang on one second. Let me hide it real quick. What did that do? Make it black. Now let me do something real quick, guys. Oh fuck! I got all these. I got these fucking windows open, cause I want to come back to this. Okay, I'm gonna download this. This is actually very interesting. I want to do a shorter version of this, and I'm gonna run through everything, and mm, 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 girl, no, he did. I can make it smaller, huh? What's gonna do? It's fine. Okay. Okay. So that's why. See, this is why I say just take a. I was going slow to kind of let everybody, but I mean, once you get it, you start to go much faster, much faster. Where the fuck I do all that at? Is that an SRT, cuz? What's the call, cuz? Hey, boys. Hey, boys. Keep your voice. Keep your voice. Hold up 1 second. They left at 9. Let me see. They left at like 8 o'clock. Oh, they in a diesel truck. That's right. Hold on. I wonder if I can fix something. Like I said, this is my first time using this. It's showing that I want to do. It is a little bit laggy. What can I do about that? Yeah, on the settings. Oh well, even for we'll get better. We're just gonna power through it, and we'll get better. I don't want to. Sometimes you spend too much time doing this kind of stuff. So, hmm. Oh yeah, he guilty. Okay, he's guilty. They can. That's what they speak in a certain way for a certain reason. They're speaking legals. Oh my God. All y'all claiming your little nephew, bro. You guilty of this if you think about it. On your taxes. They're gonna go back on your taxes and be like, "Hey, bro, you said this was your son," and you gonna be like, mm. I would recommend. You never know how your life is gonna go, but certain things you do in your life that you think are gonna get you ahead a little bit, they never really get you ahead. This is. I'm just going off topic for a little bit. You see people doing all types of hustle shit in the hood, like claiming somebody else's kids or whatever, selling food stamps, flipping something or whatever, but they never make it out. And that's what we tell. Well, people gotta do what they gotta do. Yeah, and all these little things you think are gonna get an extra 4,000 on your taxes, like that ain't it. You need consistent money coming in. Well, people gotta do things to make it to the next paycheck. That's just a cop out that people say. Of course, there's people who have emergencies. Most of the time, like, bitch, you sit up there weaving your hair, and it's Remy, and your nails look better than my wife's nails, and you living in the ghetto. Your son got a fresh George. Like, what the fuck? That's where your money go. Like, I be seeing these chicks and these weaving and sandling it up, but they nails and hair is always done, or like they got that dirty fucking weave, but they nails and shit is and they feet is always done, and that shit ain't cheap. Well, I want to look good. Well, if you live in a ghetto, you don't have. You got to understand that there's some luxuries you're just not gonna have. If you find a, and if you want to look, live your life however you want. If you want to justify that shit, more power to you. Anyway, so if the people have proven beyond a reasonable doubt both of these elements, you must find the defendant guilty of this crime. If you find the people have not proven beyond a reasonable doubt either one or both of those elements, you must find the defendant not guilty. They need both. That's why they kept pushing that whole the Stormy Daniels thing, because it's given a reason to make the second part true. Because they kept saying he's trying to cover up the fact that he was paying a porn star. That's why they were adamant on that. Because the first part is easy. You know, we're all doing that right now. We all do that. Like, you do that every day without even thinking about it. And in part two, that's why they kept pushing the Stormy Daniels thing. I'm like, we gotta have. That's why they kept saying it's a two-part. So remember that. Like, so if you hear them talking about it, if you can remember back, they kept saying like it's two parts of this that need to be true, and this is what they're talking about. And I quickly found that. You know, I just Googled Penal Law 17.10. I mean 175.10. If you find people are proven wrong, okay. Under our law, it is affirmative defense to this charge of falsifying business record in the first degree that the defendant at the time he or she engaged in conduct consulting offense was a clerk. Okay. Under our law, okay, hold on. So, yeah, so under our law, let me go back. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Because look, okay, so if we go here, so we already said one and two is confirmed. So if you prove beyond reasonable doubt, you got to find him guilty. Or guilty, and then the other one's not guilty. But this part right here, if the affirmative defense does apply, continue as follows. If you find that the people have not proven beyond a reasonable doubt either one or both of the elements, falsifying business record, find the defendant not guilty and falsifying business record, right? If you find that the people have proven beyond a reasonable doubt both of the elements, you must consider an affirmative defense the defendant has raised. Remember, if you have already found that the defendant not guilty of falsifying business record in the first degree, you will not consider the affirmative defense, okay? So under our law, it is an affirmative defense to this charge of falsifying business record in the first degree that the defendant at the time he or she engaged in the conduct consulting the offense was a clerk, bookkeeper, or other employee who, without personal benefit, merely executed the orders of his or her employer or of a superior officer or employee generally authorized to direct his or her activities. See, it's slick. It's slick. Under our law, the defendant has the burden of proving an affirmative defense by a preponderance of the evidence. In determining whether the defendant has proven the affirmative defense by a preponderance of the evidence, you may consider evidence introduced by the people or by the defendant. A preponderance of evidence means that the greater part of the believable and reliable evidence, not in terms of the number of witnesses or the length of the time taken to present the evidence, but in terms of the quality and the weight and convincing effect it has. For the affirmative defense to be proved by a preponderance of evidence, the evidence that supports the affirmative defense must be such convincing quality as to outweigh any evidence in the contrary. See, the thing is, like, I told you, this goofy Alvin Bragg, the nigga copied and pasted, bro. These are all the same thing. Watch this. Let me go just this part. How about this? We're going to copy. We're going to copy. What the fuck was that? Search document, right? Okay. Enter. Look, 31 times. I told you, he just copied and pasted. Look, a 31. The exact same. Into it. Who the fuck talk like that? Falsify entry in business records of an enterprise to wit an invoice. Like, 31 fucking. He just copied and pasted all the way. Look, they're like in the same. They're almost in the same spot on the page. This is insane. This is a grown man. This is the DA. He should be embarrassed. Okay. You find it not proven front defense evidence. Guilty. So if you find the defendant has not proven the affirmative defense by preponderance of the evidence, they are going to do that. Because the indictment was weak as fuck. If the defendant has proven the affirmative defense, you must find the defendant not guilty of false claim. Yeah. This is a good one. This explained it really good about what the fuck they talking about. This is actually really good. So let's go back again for the people in the back. So yesterday came out was the verdict sheet where I was trying to understand it because I'm like, he got guilty on everything, and I'm like, look at these dollar amounts. What the fuck is this all about? So I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. Hang on one second. I don't know what that is. Falsified business records, and then there was like these dollar amounts, and these are so all this is the money he paid Michael Cohen for a lot of things. So they were saying it's 130 grand, but this is way more than that. I don't want to fucking be calculating shit, but okay, we'll do it. Let me bust out the handy dandy calculator. Where'd it go? My handy dandy calculator. Bye. So we'll go. So let's bring this over here. Hopefully it's not showing. And I'm gonna try and add all these up. So we're gonna go. Let's do that. So 70 plus 35. We'll just double them 35. So we call that. We call. I can do this pretty fast. So 210. And then we got two more 35s. So plus another 70. Let me see. Let me try and fuck this up. 70. That's those two. First degree voucher. Plus 11. Oh shit. I'm gonna just go. I ain't about to fucking sit here. Okay. Plus another 140. Okay. Plus another. Let's call it another 140. I think I missed some shit. So we're talking about like $1 million you paid him. Just for the sake of quick math, it's like $1 million fucking dollars. And a short period of fucking time. This goes all the way to 12/17. And in a year, this one was we got billed for. See, the thing is, this seems like nothing seems out of the ordinary to me. Like they're all 35 grand. Like it's like like this. I know it seems like a lot of Trump's like, you know, he's a high level dude and he got this. He's probably trying to help this little nigga out. I thought I saw one that was a 50. Am I tripping? Let me go back. I know I saw one that was 50, right? Or there were 270s. That could have been like a what do you call it, like a retainer fee or something, you know? But everything else is 35, 35, 35. Should probably do some documents for him. It could have been money laundering or something, but like, what my thing is like, Trump probably spends like $1 million a week. Like, I just don't understand why we're trying to make a big deal. I mean, it is a lot of money, but like, it just seems like they're reaching. This nigga's a billionaire, and like what they keep saying on the news is like he paid a hooker $130,000. Okay, nigga, like, but he paid out of campaign finances. There's nothing in here that shows 100 and. I'm trying to figure out how they came up with this number. I'm trying to do some real creative fucking math like they do. I see 270s and everything else is 35, 35, 35. Look like that could have been a retainer for something big, retainer for something big. And I don't know, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to understand it, and I don't see. I don't see anything that would make me like, what the fuck? Is 35 grand the price of box? Somebody let me know. Was them two? It was 130 grand. Maybe them two was okay. Okay, I'll go with this. Right. I'm trying to come up with a theory. This one and this one was for Stormy Daniels. And then he said, "Hey, pay her 130 grand." And he's like, "Hey, Cohen, you take 10 off the top." All right, cool. I'm gonna make it in 2 payments though. Okay. I'm assuming that's the argument, but I don't know. So I'll be right back. It's interesting though. to our investigation hoodie. We're investigating today. Okay, so. Very interesting. See, but I don't see. Let me go see this one more time. This is the indictment. Defendant commits another crime. Where's the evidence? You never get to see the evidence. You think about that? Pull this over here real quick. Oh, that one's still showing. Nope. There it goes. So this is still there. What's showing right now? Okay. So I'm gonna go here. You know what I mean? Because where's the evidence in the case? I see there's an indictment, but okay, Google. Summertime. Let me just go to this page here. Let's see what this does. Okay. Okay. Let me pull this back down. You see what I'm doing? So, summertime. Let's just sit back and be fine. When it says it again. Let me see. Front. Okay, I can't. Okay, give me a second. Because I'm going to bring up some stuff. We're going to fact check. Where's Trump's? Let me see. Final. Hush money, but it's like $1 million. I'm fucking tired. What was the let me go down. All 16 pages of fucking copy and paste. This motherfucker just copied and pasted. Alvin Bragg, poor God. This is whatever the fuck they want. Oh shit, did I erase it? Okay. Donald Trump. And here two. I got two things. No, if it'll load up, because it's gonna take a while because my computer's slow. Trying to okay. Previously, case New York District people vicious summary indictment. Trump the statement of facts filed by the people and indictment more direction. Okay, here we go. This looks like it could be something. So let me bring this over. And this is ooh. Yeah, I found something. I think I found something. Beneficial number business. Beneficial number businesses. Businesses. Headquarters candidate. 2016, at the direction of his CEO, editor-in-chief, alerted Cohen that Stephanie Clifford, an adult film actress known as Stormy Daniels, was seeking to publish an account of her sexual liaison with Trump during Trump's marriage. Cohen met with Clifford's lawyer, and the two reached an agreement with Trump's knowledge to exchange Clifford's rights to publish her account for $130 grand. Trump did not want to make the payment himself. In discussion with we're an attorney-client privilege. Trump did not want to make the payment himself. In discussions with Trump and Trump Organization CFO, Cohen agreed to advance the money and Trump agreed to reimburse him. Cohen opened a bank account in the name of Essential Consultants LLC, a shell company that he controlled. On October 27, 2017, Cohen deposited $131,000. This is after Kat was elected. But she was talking shit before the election. Okay, Cohen deposited $131,000 from a personal line of credit into an account and wired $130,000 to Clifford. Lawyer. In January 2017, Cohen and Trump Organization CFO met to discuss how to reimburse Cohen. They agreed that Trump would pay Cohen $420,000, $180,000 to reflect reimbursement for Cohen, $130,000 payment to Clifford's attorney, additional $50,000 expenses, doubles to $360,000, and enable Cohen to treat the reimbursement as income rather than reimbursement of hush money payment, and an additional $60,000 bonus. Trump, Cohen, and CFO then agreed to that payment was to be made in monthly installments of $35,000. Ooh wee! Ooh-wee. Can y'all see that? Now, if we go back to the verdict sheet, but that's way more. Let me see. So let me see. 1, 2. Let me count. Let me start from the top. How many $35,000 payments we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So let's go back to our handy dandy calculator. Let's go. 32 times 75,000 will equal $2.4 million. Okay. This nigga paid $2.4 million for some box. Let's go back to, okay, this is getting interesting. Hey, that woke me up right there. Now let me go back. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Let's go back here. Cohen met to discuss how to reimburse Cohen. They agreed Trump would pay Cohen $420,000. I don't know why. $180,000 to reflect reimbursement for Cohen's $130,000. I don't understand why. That specific number, I'm gonna go with go back to the top. That first $70,000, 70 plus 70 is $140,000. And then another 70 is that's 210. It's not really adding up to me. Let me keep reading. Let me keep reading. Okay. But why the fuck would he repay Cuz so much? Man, I wonder if okay. Payment to Clifford's attorney and an additional $50,000 expenses doubled to $360 to enable Cohen to treat that reimbursement as income rather than reimbursement of hush money payment. An additional $60,000 bonus. Okay, now it seems like it doesn't even see this. These numbers don't even that don't even really make sense. Well, okay, you paid a bitch 130, and you gonna pay 420. Let's go back to our handy dandy calculator. Okay, let me start over. So 180 plus 130 plus 50. That's 360. It says to reflect our regular 130. Wait. 420. Wait, let me look at this. 420 plus 50 plus 60. 530. Cohen was to send an invoice monthly to Trump's organization for payment pursuant to a retainer agreement. The retainer agreement did not exist. Trump and Cohen confirmed the payment agreement at a meeting in the White House on February 17. On February 14, Cohen emailed his first invoice to the controller of the Trump organization on January 35,000 pursuant to the agreement. CFO approved payment and controller instructed accounts payable to retain for a month to do that. Like if we don't have attorney client privilege, we don't have shit. That's a fact, though. Oh, fuck. Oh man, I need some more Powerade. Cadillac juice glue. We're gonna drink the blood. Okay. This is good. So I ain't gonna lie, this ain't making too much sense to me. It seems like they're reaching. President Donald Trump. Okay. Cohen, the CFO and controller, followed the same procedure for the following months, March to December, for each payment. The Trump Organization accounts payable supervisor prepared a check, and check stub noted as payment for legal services. The first two checks, January and February, were paid by Donald J. Trump Revocable Trust and signed by two trustees. Trump signed the next 9 checks drawn on his personal bank account. Trump then had the signed checks sent back to the Trump Organization in New York City. There, the check stubs and invoices were scanned into Trump's organization's books and records, and the checks were mailed to Cohen. In 2018, Cohen pleaded guilty to campaign finance violations in connection with the $130 payment to Clifford. Cohen testified in connection with his plea on or about October 26th in coordination with in the direction of the candidate Trump. I agreed to make a payment to a second individual where information will be hard for the campaign. Candidate and campaign to keep the individual from disclosing the information. To accomplish this, I used a company that was under my control to make a payment in some $130,000. The monies I advanced through. Sorry, this is getting good. The monies I advanced through my company were later repaid to me by a candidate. I participated in this conduct, which on my part took place in Manhattan for influencing an election. They made Cuz say that. Trump alleges further that he has two federal defendants. Stated Shirley Warren. Invoice corresponding to the 11 counts of the indictment relating to invoices, 12 ledger entries, 12 counts relating to the false ledger entries, and 11 checks and check stubs corresponding to 11 counts relating to checks and check stubs. I'm right here, my bad. The defense introduced 2 emails from Michael Cohen dated stating that he had accepted a position as a personal counsel to Trump. The defense also introduced excerpts from Michael Cohen's published memoir containing Cohen's account of the conversation with Trump regarding hiring Cohen as Trump's personal attorney. Cohen states in his book that he told Trump that there are still open matters that need to be handled, and Trump stated that they would consider the 14th payment to Cohen as a retainer. Alan Garden, chief witness, going to testify the Trump organization was advised that Trump had to be separated from his businesses once he took office, and that he implemented corporate policies to create such separation. I say that Cohen separated himself from Trump January 2017 to serve as a personal attorney to Trump. Garden said that Cohen received 12 payments, $35,000 in 2017 to reimburse him for the payment that he had made as part of Clifford settlement. Ooh. Agreement, and he also compensated him for the work, this role that he was playing as counsel to Trump. He also testified that when matters came in to the Trump organization that were not company related but related to the president or the first lady, those matters would be referred to Mr. Cohen. I don't know how many there were. On cross-examination, Garden testified that Trump organization would typically execute written retainer agreements when attorneys were retained to work either for Trump personally or for the Trump organization, and that those attorneys would generally submit invoices with details of their work. That the vast majority of ledger entries for payments to those attorneys included descriptions in their work. He testified that he was not aware of any retainer agreement with Cohen, that Cohen invoices did not contain description of work he did, and that the ledger entries for Cohen similarly did not describe his work. Garten testified that he did not know if Cohen actually worked on any matters referred to him by the Trump organization. He also testified that although Cohen continues to serve as the Trump man, bitches will bring you down. Man, all you can do is pray for your sons to have dick discipline. I don't know if this is true or not. Hold on one second. I know there's a lot of people who are trying to infiltrate the Trump organization. But that nigga went to jail. Man, Cohen went to jail. This is actually very long. find this. July 19th, 2020. Okay, so this is caselaw.com. Find caselaw.findlaw.com. Hold on one second. I need a snack. Yes. Keep boys. Keep boys. Okay, so man, we ain't got no. The kids ate all the fucking chips, but I eat pretty healthy. But every once in a while, I like something. Reflect on the glory days. I saw some chili top ramen in the cabinet. I was like, where'd that come from, kid? So we about to eat that. Okay. On crossing over, he testified. Okay. I just want to scan through this a little faster. Okay. The United States the federal removal can be traced back to. Oh, they're trying to have precedent. They're trying hard to get the cuz out of there. Federal office removal can be traced back over 2 centuries. See William Heng versus Morgan. Detailing the history of federal officers' removal statutes. Prior to the passage of whatever, officers could remove to federal court only if their cases fell within specialized grants of removal jurisdiction. Okay, the purpose of federal officer removal is not hard to discern. If a state can force federal officers to stand trial in a state court. Okay. Trump, although not present, federal officer can remove a case otherwise qualified for removal. It will make little sense if that were not the rule. For the very purpose of the removal statute is to allow federal courts to adjudicate challenges to acts done under color of federal authority. The more difficult question is whether a president is an officer. And then it says, officer is included appointed but not elected officers. Official appointment is not strictly speaking officer. Trump said DC Circuit previously allowed him to remove a civil action to federal court under while in office. Post off. Okay, the civil case pertaining to removal. They cite a bunch of cases. I believe the president should qualify as a federal officer under the removal statute, but as is evident from the discussion below, the proposition is dictum unnecessary for the decision. This is a bunch of these colorable defense immunity. Trump first raises an immunity defense from the express. Let's go back for a second. That's the immunity thing, preemption. Trump that nigga Trump was trying everything. He threw everything. Finally, Trump agrees. Argues that see, he's tired of fighting this. This is stupid. It's a waste of everybody's time. It's fucking grandstanding. It's fucking embarrassing. How long is this? This is a basic. Let me. You recall that during your like you must have any personal okay. Not considered also. You may not consider. When you judge the facts, you are considered only evident. Okay, that's just the jury rules. Okay, this is long. Okay, so this is the chart. Let me go down. For an election campaign, okay. Okay, I'm done. I'll pick this up another time. All right. Okay, but that was pretty good. That was